All right, and welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Tavern Tycoon. We are going to be loading up where we picked up, where we dropped off at the end of last episode. I hope. There has been some updates to the game, so hopefully everything will work fine. If not, we will be going at a different direction. So let's get this thing loaded and see what's going to happen. All right, so we picked up right where we left off. We were working on this second level where we have all of our guest rooms over here. We've got our bar, and we were working on the Mage's Study and the Warrior's Gym, and we're slowly working our way through getting people going. So should be in good shape. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit until we get some messages and see what's gonna happen here. So, all right, let's take a look at our report from last month. So we had 54, we had a 95 income and 611 gold of expenditures, so that's not necessarily a good thing. I think that's left over, so let's take another look at what's going on. This is from Lord Peter, and let's see, and go ahead and have him come on in. Now, these are some of the new things that were added in, some magazines, so this sort of just, I think this is supposed to be helps. Is not naming the terrace. Oh, hopefully we remember to name that, but that's a pretty good idea. Let's go make sure we got that. No, I don't think we did. Boy. There we go. So that'll hopefully help up. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. All right. All right. Well, let's take a look around here. Make sure everything's going well. This guy's happy. Oh, he's not that happy. Restroom issues. Kind of an interesting little log jam right here. That's something new that was kind of added in, I think. How they do lines and are walking their way around. So that's something we're going to have to deal with in the future to make sure that they're not stuck in lines like that and getting traffic jammed up. All right. Oop. Having trouble dreaming at night? Troll or natural pixie dust collected from real pixies. It has proven to be highly effective at soothing deep sleep. One sniff before bed, wake up feeling refreshed and whimsical. These are spams that are coming into the mailbox that we'll have to deal with from time to time. And those are the kind of things we're going to deal with, so. There we go. Total monthly income of 897. Expenditures of 611. And I think that's just leftover. That previous one was leftover from the previous month. Alright, so this is a quest world. Issue 1. Getting fired. Getting fired is never easy. Find a place your position if you think that you're no longer the best man at the task. Reputation drops below 0. Consider yourself fired and get ready to pack up your bags. So, let's take a look at the measure twice before inking. Adding new rooms and purchasing new furniture is always fun, but do not spend the gold without thinking twice. Once purchased, it's purchased there and will always be a cost attached to undoing and already have been done. So these are good things that just sort of hints along the way. And nice. This is Lord Peter telling us we've been doing a good job on that last visit, so I think things are moving. So we're getting up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed it up, and I'll be back with you here in a bit. All right. Looks like we did a pretty good job there. So, we just let that go through, and I think with some of the changes that we had made right before the last one, we were able to get this up and going pretty well. So, I am gonna move this on to the next level here, and we will get going. So, I will be back with you here in just a bit. All right, and welcome back. So this is the third scenario they give us. It's called My Tavern, My Rules. The first time I've gone through this one, so kind of interested to see what's going on with this one. This game is changed a little bit every single week. The developers are still adding and changing things, which is really good to go. So let's take a look at what we got. Welcome to the wealthier part of town. Build a research shop to improve and develop your menu, and be ready to handle more guests than you used to. Unhappy guests will ruin your reputation, so be wise about accepting group reservations. Okay. In the past, we've just accepted every group reservation that's come across, so we're going to have to be aware of that. Your objective is to reach a reputation of 700, a tavern value of 90,000, and to keep our finances above 5,000. Remember that if you're fired as the tavern goes under, good luck. Continue to My Tavern, My Rules. Alright, so let's get going here. So let's take a look at what we've got. We've basically got 3 similar areas. So, alright, let's take a look at the mailbox. This one's going to be tricky. Just want to let you know that this is the wealthier part of time. Wealthier part of town, people hesitate. I heard that the locals are into spas nowadays. Wink, wink. Today, I would like to send a few of my friends to scope out your tavern in a big enough to handle them. As always, you have my full support. Alright, so we're going to keep this one for a little bit. Alright, as always, first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a bar in. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to plop that right there. And they've already got people open. So, let's get some staff hired in. Bartender. Let's go with this one. He's got a B- potential and only 14. So let's drop him in there. Alright. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get some tables. And we're going to get a reception desk. And we're going to get a clock. Alright, so let's get some purchased items. Let's get our tables in here. Boom, and boom. Our reception desk is going to go right here. And then we're going to put our clock right over here, and this will allow us to speed up time again, which is great. Alright, so let's get some of the bar maidens in there. There's a 28 with a C. So they all have a C, so I'm going to be okay hiring one for there. And let's get ourselves a clerk as well. Wow, that's expensive. 75, 50 with the B-, that looks pretty good. Ooh. Oh, they changed on us. 82. Let's do that. Drop them right there. And let's get ourselves a handyman in there as well. There we go. Alright, so we got our basics in there. Next thing we need to do is put in our kitchen and our restrooms. So let me get the basics loaded in here, and then I will be back with you here in a second. All right, welcome back. So we got our basics in here, and we're going to get some guest rooms. What we're going to do is we're going to purchase this side over here, get this all going, and put some guest rooms in out here. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a name, because what we learned last time. All right, so let's check our mail here real quick. Regular inspection, which we are not ready for, so we're not going to let him come in. Our monthly report is not good. And an investment opportunity, and this is just spam that we keep getting in here. Give him a raise, and those aren't too bad. Alright, so let's get some guest rooms laid out in here. Let me get a handful of those laid in, and then we'll talk about the spa. Alright, welcome back. So, this is what we've got here going so far, and let's check our mail one more time here. So, let's get the raise first, because if we're not paying attention to them, they're not going to go in there. So, let's go ahead and, ooh boy. Let's go ahead and give them a raise and see what happens here. So, we're not doing too good. We need to get some people in here. So, let's, this is starting back at the same thing again, I think. Yep, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually unsubscribe to this journal because it doesn't do us any good. It keeps pulling the same thing again. Oh, this is good to know. So, we got people that are waiting for drinks. That means we need to add more on. So, what we're going to do is we're going to set up some benches right along here. Oh, boy. And we're going to get ready for adding another bar in here soon, I think. We're going to put another bar right back over here. But what we need to do is we need to get some of our new stuff in place. So, we need to get another table. Let's go ahead and put that bar in. I'm going to just plop it down right here. Oh, no. Right there. That'll work. And we need to hire another bartender. So let's get that going as well. And boink. There we go. Alright, so we got our guest rooms over here, but the other thing that we need to add is we're going to add a spa. So this is an 8x6 area, and it's pretty expensive, so 8. Might as well make it that whole section right there because we really can't do anything else with this too wide area. I'm gonna put the door right. I think we're gonna put the door right here in the middle. Put this right there. Another booth. I think we can put a couple booths in, and a towel table, which is the other thing. I'll put the towel table right over here. I think we're gonna put a second booth in right next to this one. There we go. Uh-oh, looks like we didn't give somebody a raise. I'll bet you what's going to happen here. So let's get this called, and let's go take a look here. Looks like the receptionist left on us. So we need to hire another receptionist. So let's get another one in there. That's another clerk. Let's take a look at what we've got. A clerk, love the name. You know what? Let's see what happens if we hire somebody with a higher potential. So, let's Plop them down right there and see what happens. All right, so let's take a look at the rest of our mail here. Wow, our bar is full up. Look at that. That's impressive. So what I think we're going to do, let's run through the messages real quick. All right, so let's skip some of these reports and take a look at our last one here. 7, we've expended a lot. So let's get in some of these group reservations. Delete. All right, and we are not ready for him to come and take a look at us. So, all right. So we've got a problem with our drinking facilities. But you know, I'm kind of okay with that if they're drinking that much. So what I'm going to do is we are going to we're going to get everybody adjusted here. So these guys are going to work harder, which will probably mean that they're going to want a little bit of a raise, but we're also going to increase our liquor prices. Oh. So they made an adjustment here. So in other words, we got to wait and a leave. Adjust prices that are already okay. If wait is selected, guests will wait until the room furniture is built. If the guest's happiness gets critically low, okay. So we could tell them to leave if the bar is full. So let's leave it all on wait and see what happens. So let's take a look. And wow, we have a lot of people here. So let's add a couple more. Let's actually add a pair of bars in. Bar and some tables, I think is what we need to do. Oops. Missed. Tables and a bar. So we're going to drop our table in right here. And right here. And then we're going to put another bar right there. And that means, I think it's time, we need another bartender. Going to hire that right there. Plop them right there and get them going. We're also going to hire another bar maiden as well and see how things go. An 8? Absolutely. Gonna have to. And with that name, M. Moreau. Why not? Alright. And I think we're going to have to hire another handyman as well. And that's kind of a new statement where they've got people queuing up for the restrooms, which is a little different. So let's hire another handyman. And see what happens. Okay. Now we've made some room back over here as well, so we should be in good shape. Alright, got another group reservation. And so far so good, so I'm going to take that one. And I'm going to let people, we're good for this one, so we're gonna delete this one as well. Wow, look at that bar. So adding the tables didn't really help. We need more bar, which is good to know. So what I'm gonna do is, and that's after we raise the price on top of that. So let's put in another bar. Why not? And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put another bar, oops, right here. Oh, right there. Get our bartender in there. Let's see, what do we got? You know what? Let's go right back to this first person. 82 with an A+. Plop them in here and see what happens. Alright, so we're also going to up the price a bit as well, because we're still seeing that. So we're going to take it up to 17. And see what happens. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed things up. And see how things go. All right, welcome back. So, we are about to get fired. That means we're going to have to start this level over again. So, if we invite him, Lord Peter, we are definitely going to get fired. He's not going to be happy. And we're going to have problems right here as well. As you can see here, our staff is outspending us. So, I'm not going to go and fire him just yet because I don't think we're going to be able to recover from this one, simply because of some of the changes that were made that we weren't taken into account. So that's not a good thing. So, oh, there we go. Looks like we've been axed. I haven't seen this cut screen. Let's watch this together. Why do I have a feeling that that's me? Oh, that's just rough. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to call that here for today, and we're going to start this level again next week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this level and get it saved out, and I will follow up with you, and hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit better. I'll take a look at what those changes actually were, so that we're not going to. Hopefully we'll be able to adjust to those changes that happened in the last patch update. So I'd love to hear your comments. If you know anything about the changes, that would be a huge help. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below. If you can also leave me comments and get a hold of me on Twitter. I can be found at @awanderingnerd. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more, definitely subscribe. So, until next time, this is a Wandering Nerd.